All right, and welcome to this week at the University of Manitoba Collegiates match for against the University of British Columbia's the future forestry majors. They'll be playing against the University of Manitoba's JV1 team, and we're looking forward to a good competitive match this week. I'm here, Sayador, to cast the game along with Josh, who's in the room with us.
Josh is here, yeah, and I'm Logie. So yeah, I'll be trying to talk about this as much as I can. So we did a little scouting. What do you think's going on here, Sido? What do you see happening this week? Anything fun or exciting?
Well, it was a little bit difficult to scout based on just not a clear kind of showing of what's available based on their GG stuff, but. I would say from the support, you're probably looking at like a Braum or Tarek or Leona maybe kind of thing, some like kind of tanky supportive thing, and that's all because of the kind of the changes, I guess, to the meta based on 8.2, and so I'm not entirely sure how it's all going to hash out in this kind of league, but we'll see if those sorts of changes start propagating their way through the league.
Yeah, with the changes in the 8.2 and like that site so loss, like I think we're gonna see a ton of AP casters, and we're gonna see not AP casters, so AP supports or tank supports. Like I don't think those poke supports like the Grands and them are gonna exist anymore. But I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah,
see what it turns out to be.
Speaking as a brand mage, I can tell you that this 8 patch has not been very nice to us, but that's all good. I think we'll get we'll get those kind of tanky supports, so we'll be looking at the kind of shield bot supports, the Janna, Lulu, that sort of thing. But we'll see how it goes. We're just getting the lobby set up right now, and we'll be going soon with that. How about for the rest of the matchup? What do you expect and see in store here?
I don't know. Like I don't know how the meta's gonna look, because I've been playing a little bit, and I've just been seeing like it's been like bot lane Lucian top. Lucian's showing up everywhere for some reason, and I know that Relic Shield meta is gone now. Unfortunately, it was like my favorite. But yeah, and I think it's gonna be a lot of the control mages in the mid, like a lot of the Orianas, the stuff we normally see that are always strong no matter what patch comes through.
Nice, yeah. So just gotten into the lobby now, and we're waiting to have the teams finalize up here. As far as the mid lane goes, we'll see if we get some Zoe or Azir Rise. I kind of expect something like that to come out, because Rise has just been super meta right now and very strong. Is quite strong right now.
Oh, and what about the Nunu Azir pickups? Do you think that'll go like 1-2?
If they're following the meta, we'll see. I think the Nunu it's so strong right now. I mean, you look at the patch rate in Korea, and then what is it, like a 56% win rate right now? So
yeah, something ridiculous like that. He got hot fixed that same the night that it got released. It was hot patched.
Yeah, so it was pretty ridiculous, the win rate he's showing over in Korea right now. So we'll see if that one gets picked up here, if the jungler's used to playing it. I'm not sure if Storm Skills is used to playing. Oh no, sorry, that's Slade.
Yeah, but like it's Nunu. Come on now.
Yeah, we'll see. I know it is. I think he's more used to the kind of carry picks, but we'll see.
Yeah, the thing is though, like anybody can play Nunu.
Yeah, I mean the pathing and all that sort of stuff is kind of different, but just because he clears the jungle so fast and so well, especially with his the update with his the auto attack, the magic damage on his autos now, and just some of the damage he does, the buffing he does to his champions. We'll see. I expect he should be either picked up or banned. Maybe not. We'll find out.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens here in the future. So I'm just trying to get into the game too here now.
All right. Yeah. So it looks like we have the UBC team here all ready to go, and U of M team's also here ready to go. We're just waiting on a spectator, and then we'll be ready. So, just wanted to give, I guess, a little bit of background here on the entire group here. The UBC team right now is 1-1, while the U of M team is 1-0 with their second, I guess, win coming against Houston.
Were they both played? Were they all played games? Or?
No, I don't think the Houston game was actually played. So that's why I think that it's like a 1-0, but the one team forfeit for the second win, but it didn't really count. So we got the 1-1 team on UBC's side, and we got the kind of 1-0, 2-0, whatever you want to call it, on the U of M side. And just based on some of the rankings here, and the solo queue rankings don't necessarily tell you everything, but they kind of do tell you that it's going to be a slog for the UBC team. Depending on how well they work as a team, we'll see how it goes. But I think the betting man would probably go for the U of M. And that's not just Homer talk here. We're looking at some really, really strong jungle top support mid. It's kind of just throughout the whole team, but I think the biggest one is the AD carry. If you want to see some really good carrying, I think you can watch the AD carry and the way he gets supported by the rest of the team. And you can just see him kind of sometimes snowball the game completely. I watched him on Ezreal a couple weeks ago and just totally took out the entire team almost single-handedly. And so we'll see. With the Ezreal nerfs in 8.2, it might affect that pick, but it's not that much of a nerf, so I still expect him to go high in the picks.
I don't know. There's also that big nerf to Klepto, which might cause a lot more nerfing to Ezreal, and you see him a lot less.
Yeah, that's true. The Klepto nerf was significant.
Because that was huge. Having the buyback prices much lower, having the drop rate substantially less. I think it's like half the amount or something now, within the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that might push it more into those heavy carries, like you're gonna see, especially with the supports being the shield supports nowadays. Or what I think might be the shield supports, you're gonna see like the Kogmas, you're gonna see the Banes, all that jazz.
Yeah, we'll see if we get some of those hyper team comps with the hyper carries of the Kog'Maw, or the Varus has been really rising in pick priority as well with the Rageblade. So the Rageblade Varus or the Rageblade Kog'Maw, either one of those two has kind of been rising in priority. And based on the changes, what we're talking about in the meta with the supports being more so either shield or peel or kind of tanky, your laning phase can go like a little bit easier. So we'll see. I expect Braum to be pretty high priority, as well as maybe Taric or Tahm Kench. We'll see how it goes. We're starting off here in the picks and bans. We have the Azir being banned out, followed by the Nasus from the University of Manitoba side.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that Nasus banned out too. Like, again, solo queue, but nobody wants to play against just that continually stacking, especially with the games going longer now as well.
And there's the Nunu ban. That was kind of expected there. I think another one to talk about here is Veigar. Oh, they banned the Draven. That's a specific pick against the AD carry from the UBC's team. But are we watching for maybe a Veigar ban here? Because I think he's another pick that's kind of risen through the draft. So right now, Veigar or Ryze are pretty strong mid laners. I know Stormscale is also really good on Orianna.
There's that Ryze ban that's probably directly at Zev.
Yeah.
It looks like Zev's gonna be the mid laner, so directed right at him. Maybe it's just a strong pick as well.
But I'm not 100% sure if they're in order there. And there's a Jace ban coming out against the top laner, which was also kind of expected based on what we'd seen from his kind of past and him being a Jace main.
Yeah, so are they not in order? Don't mind me asking.
I don't believe that they are.
Oh, okay.
I believe that the jungler is in the top position right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Sejuani at first pickup, that's always a strong jungler, just the CC lock for days.
And we're coming back with the Zac with his kidnap ability. That can be a pretty good counter to it. And the Malzahar is going to go to the mid lane for U of M.
Malzahar always the safe pick, just always can push and roam, and even if they start falling behind or get a little bit of attention mid, they're always super safe to be able to CS. So super safe to blind pick that one.
Especially with his ability to make a quick little pick after Zac abducts someone. It can be a quite little nice chain of CC there. And there's the Tahm Kench coming out, as you'd expected.
Look at that! Like it's almost like we predicted it. Jeez.
Yeah, so we'll see here. We got the last pick of the first three for the U of M or the UBC right now. We'll see what they are looking for. Maybe an 80 carry, picking up a strong one, or
the Morgana, is that gonna... What is that? Is that gonna be a mid lane Morgana?
It might be a mid lane Morgana against the Malzahar. So you don't want to talk about safe picks. That one's right up there with...
No kidding. But not strong against that Malz, because like he's got the shield and...
Yeah, you can pop the shield with the W, and then land. If you can land a Q, he can be squishy. But the Sejuani, maybe we'll see. The Sejuani gank and that sort of thing. U of M goes
looking for the high CC.
Yeah.
Team comp.
Yeah, and they pulled the Tristana out there for Harrison, so we'll have a good 80 carry here on the U of M side, and they're back to the banning phase.
The Callista, that's a big one. That's a huge. So I think they're just going to try to focus down on Navajo and just completely ban out his pool. Or ban out any strong 80 carry.
Yeah, I think the 80 carry is the focus at this point. Callista's been strong for a while. They're looking at nerfing her in the next patch. That's on the PBE right now. Oh, we've got a Riven ban coming out there to our top laner. Looking at his na.op.gg, that comes from a wealth of Riven games, I would say.
That's oddly targeted.
Yeah, and then there's the Kog'Maw. So yeah, just banning out some of the hyper carries. So that leaves you with what I would expect would be either Varus would make the most sense to me, or maybe a Twitch. I know that he's played Twitch a couple times. The UBC.
Varus, Twitch, or Vayne is kind of the three they have right now.
And with Vayne being banned, not banned, Vayne being nerfed in the last patch, it brings it down his priority a little bit, and they get rid of a Lucian from the side of U of BC, which is a little confusing.
Well, that top lane Lucian's been, since Huni pulled it out, that top lane Lucian's been rising in popularity for stat reasons, but...
We'll see. We're looking. It looks like they're looking at the top pick right now on the U of M side, and they go with the Janna, just a really strong support right now in the meta. Able to shield up your AD carry, does massive damage and poke with the W. I think it's almost 150 damage right on level 1 if you skill the W. So it's significant. It's not an insignificant poke tool, and very safe. Able to peel, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, just that continual peel. If you get hit with the 5-year-long Morgana bind, Jen will at least be able to knock it away and keep Tristana safe through that whole laning phase. Let her get strong. Oh, there's the Twitch.
There you go. There's the Twitch. So we got Vladimir, which is a really strong top laner in the 8.2 meta right now. So that's a really good pickup. And I think the Twitch and Tahm Kench together, it looks like kind of Twitch carry me kind of comp with Vladimir wanting to get in there. It's because you've got the Tahm Kench, which can abduct the Twitch, or can save the Twitch from any of that sort of thing. And the Shen top lane. So we've got kind of a well-rounded comp, I think, on the U of M side, and on the UBC side, I think it's a very standard comp with a lot of pressure applied via the Vladimir and Twitch. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be one of those let the AD carries do their thing and just peel foot on both sides. Like the U of M does have the little bit more of a pick comp with the Malzahar, the Shen, the Zach, where Zach can dive in and Shen can stand united onto him and taunt back into the team. But I think if U of M plays this right, they should be pretty good. But on the other side, UBC has so many tools to disengage and not get involved in those kinds of fights with the Tom Kench, the Sejuani ults, the Morgana binds. That I think if they turn into 5v5 team fights, U of M might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think looking to the laning phase right off the bat here with Tom Kench Twitch lane, you're looking to really scale that one up. The Tristana Janna, you're looking just fine. It'll be a pretty relaxed laning phase. Again, we're not looking at any of those caster supports, so that's pretty relaxed. As far as the top lane goes, Vladimir doesn't have kill pressure early by taking teleport. There's no, you're not gonna go into teleport beside a Shen and then hope to kill him. It's very, very much a farm lane for the first, 10 levels there.
First half of the game.
Yeah. So you got a lot of farming going on, and then you look at the mid lane too. I don't know where the ganks are going to come in, to be completely honest with you, because Malzahar can be difficult to gank, and he even took cleanse to worry about the Morgana bind if it gets him when his spell shield is down. And Morgana herself, she can throw the shield on herself and kind of just walk away from ganks. So it'll be interesting to see what the junglers do, because both Zach and Sejuani can do some alright ganks even early in the game. The CC that they both carry. The thing about the Sejuani versus the Zach is, if the Sejuani is confident and invades, you can really shove the Zach off of his camps early in the game with your passive and that sort of thing. You can kind of be a bully if you're watching any of the LCK. There was against the Afrika Freaks last night, I think, and they were really the Zach was not able to even collect, I think, 3 of his buffs at a certain point in the game because the Sejuani just kept invading and controlling it. So I think there's a little bit of a disadvantage there for the Zach, but I think that there's
that'll also depend on the lane pressure though too, right? Like if you don't have that lane prio, invading's a little sketchy, and especially at this level, like they're not pros, unfortunately. These are university students, and it's really tough at the gold, plat, diamond level to even get the invade, just because you need to have such high priority in the lanes.
So what do you think with regards to lane priority? Because who do we think will be shoving early in any of these lanes? Like,
I think the Shen Vlad, like Shen, just as soon as he gets his Hydra. Oh, sorry, the Tiamat. As soon as he gets Tiamat,
the Tiamat. Yeah.
I'm like, Hydra. Well, we're just prioritizing those items early. But so that Tristana's always going to have a constant push on the lane, especially against the Twitch, just with her explosive shot. And I think the mid lane's just going to kind of sit even, probably.
Based on the wave clear from Morgana's Tormented Soil and Malzahar's Malefic Visions, they should kind of cancel each other out.
It's just going to sit right in the middle of mid lane, in theory, but yeah. I guess we'll have to see how it's played out.
Exactly. That's what we're about to start out. We're jumping into the game here. UBC versus University of Manitoba, the all-Canadian clash. I'm so excited.
How many Canadian teams are there in this league? There's not many, eh?
I don't think that there's very many at all. I can quickly check for you, actually.
So yeah, we just have to represent here.
Yeah, we have universities involved here. Is Acadia Canadian?
I think so.
And Algonquin?
That's a good question. I think they are, yeah.
I think they are. So I believe Acadia's in this one, and if Algonquin is, I think that they're also in this one. I'm just talking about the CS leagues in general right now. But in this conference, in the 4th conference with U of M, I'll just quickly take a quick look here. There's a lot of teams.
Yeah, there's a ton of teams going on.
Yeah, in Conference 4, we have the University of Ontario Institute of Technology, University of British Columbia, and University of Manitoba are the 3 Canadian teams in the conference number 4.
Cool. So at least there's some Canadian representation here, like
Yeah,
a little bit.
So we're loaded into the game here. We've got the 2 sides. We'll see if they set up for any early invades or anything like that.
Well, there's not. I guess the Morgana will be big, and Sedge stun with their E. That might be a big pick off early if they can get in there.
It looks like they have a 5-man stack in the brush behind red buff there. So if they make any sort of incursion into the University of Manitoba's half, we will be able to watch it right here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It'll be interesting. There's a little bit. There's not really any aggressive summoners coming out though. Like we do have the cleanse on Malzahar, but everything else is super passive. There's no ignites. There's nothing along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll just have to see, because U of M spread out 5 mana across the board, just that really safe defensive line of scrimmage. But we'll have to see what UBC decides to do here, because this might be fun.
Yeah, they might do a late invade, or they might just go to lane. Looks like they're just going to lanes after being prepared for an invade. So we've got the Morgana with the minion dematerializer here. So that's a kind of a unique item. You want to talk about that one for all those who might not be up on the new changes to League of Legends this patch?
Oh yeah, the dematerializer that nobody takes often anymore. I think I've seen it like twice ever, where they you just get to take minions and do extra damage. Maybe she wants that extra pushing power.
Yeah, it allows you to do that extra percentage to the minions allows you to clear your wave faster and shove it harder, which is what it appears like she's doing.
Yeah, she'll probably do the like tormented soil max and just like really try to shove that lane and continue to roam probably.
Mm-hmm.
But look, everything's looking super standard right now. No invades, nothing crazy going on. Just basics. Although we do have in the bot lane, we have the Twitch opening with the Doran shield. So that might be them just trying to be a little bit more defensive, play a little safe. And it does look like we got the level 1, level 2 Shen just pushing in deep and really making sure you hit that 2 and hits the taunt and really pushes Vlad out of lane. I think he's going to try to really bully Vlad as much as he can in the early games.
Mm-hmm. As far as keystones go, we can see that Janna took the Arcane Comet, so she's really looking for some poke early in lane, wearing the X-Tech Janna skin, my favorite.
that W poke with the Comet is crazy right now. So yeah. Just trying to really push that Twitch out of lane again. It looks like the U of M team just really wants to take control of this game early and keep pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
But everything again normal. But there is looking like there's gonna be a top gank side. Sejuani's kind of setting up for that. Just gonna be coming in here. Definitely not a ton of kill pressure on that top side, and Shen's just able to taunt away. But does get hit up.
Might get a stun.
Gets the stunned up, but still not a ton of kill pressure. He's still got flash up. He could just kind of walk away from this by the looks of it. He does blow a slash finally.
There's no ignite, as you said. There's not a lot of kill pressure. So if Vlad was taking the unsealed spellbook Vlad with ignite there, you might be saying something different. But he just pulls the flash away with Sejuani's gank there. And back to farming as regular. Looks like Zach might be moving into the jungle for warding here.
It looks like he's just going to straight up do some counter jungle. This is the aggressive Zach that I'd like to see. Although there is the jump over the wall. If he goes over the Krug wall, over the I can't even think of the name of those things right now.
The Raptors, yeah, the Raptor cramp.
Yeah, it goes over Raptors. That's a big gank, and that's super frustrating for the mid laner because you can't see it coming.
He's just walking around. He's warding up the Krug. He's got the entire bot side jungle warded up here, so he's got good control there. Looks like he might just be backing.
It does look like he's going to take that gank here into the mid lane.
Morgana has no vision, doesn't expect this at all, doesn't hit the E, has to burn her flash. Again, that's 2 ganks by junglers and flash burned in each.
Yeah, so they're just going to make sure they have to do that return gank. Actually, you take advantage of the summoner's blown. Sejuani should be able to come top pretty shortly, just kind of clear up a little bit and then go top. But yeah, all in all, just very easy early game. You know, just farming up. Everybody's taking their time. There's no big CS leads anywhere. We got 9 CS lead on the top side, but a huge wave into tower. The junglers, though, actually, Zach is where the money's going to be right now. Zach is the one that's opening up the lead.
The little counter jungling of each of the little raptors, giving him 4 CSs, helping out a little bit there.
Yeah, and there's been no aggression on the Sejuani. Like you said with the games last night in the LCK, the Sejuani should be pushing that aggression into the lane and into the jungle.
Yeah, because in a 1v1, the Sejuani is a little bit favored, but just, especially with the lane pressure from the Vladimir that he's kind of applying there as he gets taunted by the Shen. But yeah, you see Sejuani went back, and so the Zach might be coming up for another gank here on the Vlad with...
Yeah, Zach's setting up. It's going to be... There's no vision on the Vlad. Vlad has no idea this is coming. And he does hit the taunt. Here comes the jump.
Oh, he doesn't get the W. Oh, that is probably a dead Vlad. We'll see.
Oh, I don't know. He does he still have flash? He does still have flash. So yeah, I think that's just a 5 seconds to leave after he pulls out.
Yeah. No flash even burns. And he still has TP up, so didn't get anything out of that gank other than some lane pressure.
Yeah, gets Shen a little bit, feels a little bit more comfortable in that situation, and Vlad's just such a hard, like, every champion, right, or every lane right now is so hard to gank for both junglers.
And we kind of expected that. We said that there's probably not going to be a whole lot of action early in the game here just because of that, because everyone's playing a relatively safe laning champion. Morgana's going for a roam here. She might be able to...
Completely miss her bind,
yeah,
and then they get to just leave. Oh, but there is Tom might get the consume.
Oh, he has to burn the flash.
And bot lane did hit 6. Like the UBC bot lane hit 6. Didn't hit 6. Sorry, I lied. No. I was seeing.
Only Morgana. Morgana was from the mid lane. She was looking to go in there, land a bind, but that was not to be the case. And the mid laner's gank from UBC was not effective. They're gathered right around the Infernal Drake, though.
It is true. They can get that fight, and they do have. It does look like they have the TP. Both top laners have TP, so it'll be interesting to see. And there is a big pick up there. That's an interesting reaction.
There you go. And you see the Tom Kench.
Yeah, the Tom just completely denying everything.
That was a TP completed versus Vlad, who didn't even TP at all. So you've got 5 men for the U of M down here by the Infernal Drake. Low health bars, though. We'll see if there's a contest of some kind.
And that was the Shen ult coming down, but I don't know what kind of contest they could do. I guess they could go over the wall and try to 50-50 smite it, maybe? Yeah,
go over the steal. Looks like they're forcing him to back off. Vladimir's getting a lot of damage on the top turret here, so...
U of M just has to make the decision. Like, they just gotta finish it.
Oh, they were able...
He does get it, and the first blood's gonna be picked up here on the Sejuani for Tristana.
And the flash completely wasted.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure about that. I know U of M were trying to pull it out by the looks of it, but not really making a committed decision on either which way as to how they were going to do it.
Yeah, that was just kind of a mistake there by the University of BC's jungler, going in for the steal and then flashing into the wall. That's an unfortunate feeling when that happens to you.
Oh, and when you just completely miss everything and you kind of want to uninstall the game at that exact moment. We've all been there.
So, yeah.
But nothing really going on. Like we said, there's not huge things going on in the early game. We do have the one pickup. We're almost 10 minutes into a game now, only 1 kill. Yeah. Everybody's just so safe and no big CS leads anywhere. It's a pretty even game right now.
Yeah, I think you can look at the effectiveness of the Tom Kench pick into the Malzahar there, where it looked like you were going to get the full kidnap as well as the Malzahar ulti onto the Twitch, which is going to try and be their main carry, and then the Tom Kench just says nope, eats them, and walks away with it, and cancels the entire team fight basically. So
does the damage instance continue with the Malzahar when he gets eaten?
No. Well, as long as he's standing within the space on the map, it will continue to be there. But as the Tom Kench walked out of the null zone, no, the damage on Tom Kench, or the damage would be on Tahm Kench, and Twitch doesn't get damaged inside of Tahm Kench. I mean, any of the malefic visions that might have been on him, or any damage over time things will still occur, but the suppression, all that sort of CC on him gets cancelled out when the Tahm Kench takes him in his stomach.
When the Tahm Kench eats him. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But oh, here comes the gank in the top side here, though. Does get that. Oh, yeah, Vlad does put the ult down just to maybe get some damage. Does look like Zach picks up that kill. Super easy. Had no idea it was coming. It was super nice lane gank by Slade.
I'm really surprised that Vlad didn't use his stopwatch there. Along with his ulti, that probably would have been enough to keep him alive. So I think that was just a misplay.
And then the dive onto the Sedge here. It does look like we are going to pick up another kill, maybe? Oh, yeah, there it is. Picks up the kill on the Sejuani. Both just able to walk out. Zach did have passive up that whole time, so even if he ate 2 more turret shots, he would have been fine. So it does look like we're starting to focus up a little bit on that top, get that Shen nice and big, maybe take advantage of like a little bit of a lower skilled Vlad, or just Vlad that doesn't have that kill pressure early.
And we can see the 3-man dive bot here, but it's going to be cancelled out by the TP from Morgana.
Yeah, and man, there is actually a huge CS lead. The mid lane right now, it's almost 30 CS already from the Morgana to the Mouse, which is a little weird.
Because she's been caught roaming a couple of times and not able to push the lane before she takes that roam. She's been really caught out and missing a lot of CS here. We got a 30 CS lead at 100. That's significant, yeah.
That's big, especially 11 minutes into the game. Like that's gonna be a lot of money on that Malzahar instead of on the Morgan, especially with Morg trying to go into the early Rod of Ages too. A little bit more of an expensive item.
An underfarmed Rod of Ages is not the ideal first item, but
maybe playing for that safe. But there is gonna be a little 2v2 in the mid lane here. It looks like actually. Vlad is roaming down to the mid as well. Maybe it's going to be a 3v2 on the side of UBC. Zach
has got a lot of escapes. And
yeah, Mouse throws the ult down with no setup on it.
And you can see, oh, they're going for the Malzahar now. Double flash. Grab the mid laner's flash. Oh,
are they going to pick it up? Oh, the Shen ult's coming down.
I don't know. They might get...
They do get Zach passive. Shen coming in, though.
Malzahar flashes, but still killed by the VAR.
But yeah, Vlad still went deep for that. But it does look like Shen's just going to be putting in some work here. Oh,
the binding by Morgana might turn this fight around.
There's
a stopwatch. Oh, there's the other stopwatch.
There's so many stopwatches.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on? Is he actually going to live through that? Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
I was about to say, if he actually lives through that, that would be the most insane play ever.
League of Stopwatches, my friend. What fun. Oh my god, looks like it's gonna be... No,
but they're putting a lot of pressure on that bot side. Tristana doing what she does.
Yeah, she forced the heal out of Twitch just with the explosion on the turret. So they might be going for first turret right here with this shove.
Yeah, they definitely could get that first turret blood pretty easily. Zach is here to gank though, but Tristana taking turret shots.
And Zach hitting his stopwatch there.
Did he hit that? I missed that. He must have hit. Just looked fun, I guess.
Oh yeah, he went golden. That broken stopwatch in his inventory tells you that one. But yeah.
Yeah. So what do you see happening here? Like.
Well, we're looking at the bot lane here. The Zach's trying to go for a lane gank, but that's been warded up. Sejuani's here. They're just trying to prevent the first tower falling on the side of UBC.
Oh, but Shen does hit the taunt on the top side. And looks like he's going to pick up that kill pretty easily. Yeah. Vlad's sitting around a little too long. Maybe getting a little greedy.
It looks exactly like that. He was shoving into turret, but he was able to get the first blood turret. So the death, true, but he was able to snag that turret first. So
that extra 400 gold, but there is another Infernal Drake up as well for the side of U of M. So I think if they get that late game scaling's going to cause a lot of issues for UBC.
I think that.
And there's TP on Vlad though, so they might be able to TP down and make the play because there is no Shen ult. Shen ult's still down for a little bit, but he does have TP as well, so they could make it a true 5v5. But it looks like there's nothing going on. They're just gonna take it.
The early smite from the Sejuani again. This time is able to be eaten back over the wall, and the Sejuani is saved. But the second attempt at a steal is unsuccessful.
Yeah, UBC's trying these 50-50 smites and clearly not working very well for them because Slade's been hitting all of his. So I think they're gonna need to alter their strategy a little bit here.
Yeah, we got the Shen and the Vladimir going at it. Shen has got picked up the Tiamat now, so he's kind of just wailing away on the minions and Vladimir. And this is kind of what we said around the level 10 here. You've got the kill pressure now from the Shen when you picked up that Tiamat, as well as the lane pushing power.
Yeah, and he's gonna start bullying Vlad out. Vlad's not gonna be able to have much presence in the game, where Shen is gonna be able to kind of go wherever he wants with his ult and TP, right? And he's picked up the Titanic already. So it's gonna be interesting. I think U of M's in a really dominant position right now. Again, still a 30 CS lead on that mid lane. But there is a gank coming in on the Malzahar with the Shen ult coming in. Does dodge the binding, is able to close in, and Shen's just gonna wreak a little bit of havoc. Zach bouncing in, getting everybody pulled up. Oh, it does look like this is just gonna be bad news for the UBC. Does get bounced around. Tom Kench able to come in and just eat them. Oh. But Tristana over the top with the big crit, the static strip crit to really push it out. And Shen with the flash god, hitting everybody. Tristana eating turret shots now though, getting eaten up by the Tom Kench. Does go a little aggressive, a little deep on that.
And didn't
he had used his E, his E was down unfortunately. He used
okay.
Before. But big play, like super aggressive plays by the U of M here. And just really going to be able to take a handful of objectives because of that. Oh, so that was quite the team fight. You see anything interesting on that one?
Many interesting things. You're looking at the Tristana jumping in, getting the crit on the Vladimir, the Morgana Black Shield being used on the Sejuani to allow him to get out of, or just before Stormskills had hit him with his ultimate there. But wasn't enough to save him, and then it just snowballed from that into a full team fight, and then 2 towers after the Shen with the crazy flash taunt through that 2 tiers of towers, flash taunting to get backline Morgana to get the kill.
He just doesn't even care anymore. He just does what he wants.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much armor though, so I'm really that's fairly gutsy play there from the Shen going that deep, but he knew he had the team to support him, and it looks like U of M is putting some priority on the Rift Herald now.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get another objective. Zach able to just bounce in and pick up on the Morgana. It does look like it is gonna be another pick here for them, getting the Tom Kench all roped up. Shen coming in from the side here, getting the Sejuani. So it does look like it's just starting to fall apart a little bit for the UBC. They're just not quite able to get any of those picks that they want. Their vision line's suffering a little bit because of it. And Twitch getting snagged up here too, just getting picked off one at a time.
Now we have the Shen diving the tower, attacking the mid laner. Does
Shen
not care.
Not caring about anything right now. And it looks like they're gonna get they're gonna get inhib to it here because of that. They're gonna get inhib and top inner.
Yeah, we might even get top inhib after this, depending on what they decide to go for. But
no, I think they're gonna get the inhib and reset a little bit because they are pretty low health bars here.
Yeah. Oh, lands a bind on the Shen, but just taunts them.
Yeah, the long distance bind that does nothing, unfortunately. So what do you think? What do you think UBC is gonna have to do to really get themselves back into this game?
That's a great design for the Twitch to fire from the back line and destroy everything, but right now Twitch doesn't have any completed item except Runin's Hurricane, which is not going to be enough to take team fights. So I think they're just going to have to try and hold on these inhibitors, and this Baron is going to make it even harder. Oh no, sorry, Rift Herald. It's not 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're just and they're just going to be able to put that wherever they want. They have the Shen still splitting just on his own. He does have ult up, so he is going to be able to get into any team fight that he wants.
Yeah, and now with that Rift Herald, we might be looking for a dancing Rift Herald this game. We'll see how it goes, but UBC is definitely backs against the wall. I think almost every single player on their team is a level down to the University of Manitoba's level, and The gold lead is 10K. It's not looking good here for the UBC.
Yeah, 10K at 20 minutes, like that's really tough for the for UBC to really come back from. But like you said, Twitch is gonna have to open up on the back lines. They're really gonna have to protect him. But even their front line is just they're not absorbing enough damage, and U of M's just putting out so much damage right now, especially with Tristana just finishing up that second item, finishing up the IE. Yeah. It's gonna be an uphill battle for the UBC here.
Yeah, when you watch the Sejuani get kind of just destroyed by the Malzahar ult and the Tristana there.
And they're just going to take this 20-minute Baron, like, without problem. They have the Whiptail pushing top lane.
They set up the entire vision in the UBC jungle. It's a free Baron at 20 minutes. It's not looking like UBC has anything to combat against University of Manitoba here.
And there is a third, a water drake that can. Oh, sorry, an air drake. I thought it was an infernal drake for some strange reason. Because that would have been, you know, end game if they pick up 3 infernal drakes by 20 minutes. But yeah, it looks like Shen just gets the split push how he wants. They get the top push with the Whiptail, or Baby Baron, as I like to call it. And they have Baron too, so they just get to push wherever they want and do pretty much anything at this point.
And the wave clear is not that strong yet because it's still only 21 minutes. So against Baron up minions here, it's kind of difficult.
And the wave clear being Morgana being a little bit underfed right now. Like, she's not even able to take the cannons anymore. She takes a cannon minion with her Tormented Soil, but that's about it. Like, you just don't have any pushback.
They do end up binding under the tower. We'll see if they do engage for a fight here, but it looks like they're just going to slowly lose turrets all across the map.
They need to make a decision and stick with it, because they do have, like, it is against the Shen. That makes it really tough, but...
Yeah, and Shen's taking the bot inhibitor, and he's just wailing away now, and
there's no response. Like,
no
Vlad's going to come, but there's not much he's going to be able to do about it. Oh, and there's the pick off on the Tom Kench here. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but now they have all 3 inhibs. Like, U of M's just really putting their dominance down right now.
Yeah, it's all over but the crying here for UBC as U of M pushes in with 3 inhibitors down with, what is this, a 15,000 gold lead.
At 22 minutes, yeah, like, this is all but over,
and there comes the beginning of the fight, but it is not enough. It's too little too late. Oh.
They do pick off the Janna, but Shen just gets to sit in the back. And Zach just bounces in and really gets to do whatever.
Oh, and you see the Vladimir picking up the Malzahar there, but Tristan at this point is just gonna... Oh, the Shen with the Quadra kill.
The Shen with the Quadra, looking for that Penta. Let's go.
Oh, he's got the bounce. They're waiting. They're trying to give it to him.
Oh, come on, Vlad. Just give it to him, bud. Are they going? Oh,
they're chasing. They're chasing.
They're committed to this pentakill on the Vlad.
Zach might end before the penta gets claimed.
I don't think that penta ever gets claimed, but you
know. No. Oh.
Trish trying to hit the slow. Oh, does get the completely unofficial penta, but that's fine. The game's gonna be pretty much over by that time anyway.
Yeah. And there is the game.
So, very interesting game. Very well played on the side of U of M. U of M just having that constant map pressure, really pushing their vision line really deep pretty early.
They had control of that game from the 10-minute mark on. Before that, it was even based on the lanes. It was, well, the ganking and that sort of thing was all going to be safe, but the CS lead built up by the Malzahar in the mid game, and then you can just look at just the kill participation by your jungler here with 12 of the 17. He was in so many fights. You look at the Shen, he's got 16 of the 17 kills he was involved in. So you got the top laner who definitely wasn't on an island in top lane this game. He was involved in the action all over the map.
Yeah, and just played really well, like really well focused. Every ult was very like they knew exactly what they were trying to do with that entire game. Just getting those picks one at a time, and then UBC still trying to fight 4v5, like kind of just funneling in one at a time.
So my MVP for that match would have been Harrison, just for his split pushing, the way he bullied the Vladimir, and the way he was in the kill participation, kept people alive with his ultimate. It was just a really, really well played Shen game there. The entire U of M team played really well and kind of outclassed the UBC squad here. So
yeah,
we'll
so
see
I was going to say, we're going to have to see. I think UBC is going to have to alter their strategy a little bit, though.
What do you think they could do to change up this thing? Because that was a fair stomping.
That absolutely was. I think they might have to go a little cheesy, to be honest with you. They might have to just take those really dominant lanes, and just maybe try to snowball from that. That's about all I could think of. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, trying to go with a snowballing Twitch strategy didn't seem to work out so far for their team comp. You can look at the damage dealt by the Twitch there, which is less than the Janna damage, if I'm reading it correctly.
Yeah, you absolutely are. That is less damage than Janna.
Okay, so I just wanted to, point that one out when you're throwing it onto, a kind of hyper carry. The Twitch needs to be able to farm and needs to be able to get to those item spikes, and that just didn't happen. He never had any threat to the team fights. There was no danger to the U of M team. They could walk in and almost at will walk out. And you look at their side, you've got the Morgana bind, you've got the Sejuani CC, you've got the Tom Kench slow, you've got all these things that should allow for a team fight win, but it was never played that way. There was always a pick that started the fight, or they started fighting in the jungle with two members that got shot down before they continued, and it was always just... It wasn't coordinated in a way that would allow them to use their team comp. The U of M played their comp correctly. They made these picks with the Zac engage, with the Malzahar, with the Shen taunts. All of these things were able to get kind of the picks and start the team fights off, and then the U of BC was kind of suckered into these already losing fights, and it just snowballed from there.
Yeah, where it was Morgana. Morgana was not bad for getting picked off, but she was always the one person that got kind of put out of position, and then that's such a heavy CC for them, right? If she ults, that's a different fight.
Or you can look at some of the ones where you've got even the CS differential in the mid lane there between the Morgana and the Malzahar. You're looking at hundreds to thousands of dollars worth of creeps missed out by the Morgana. That it's kind of
fallen behind early, and then not able to really do much around it as well.
I think they got up later based on the fact that they had 3 waves of Super Siege minions crashing into their base, which helped them catch up on their CS numbers. But as you said, at the 10-minute mark, she was 30 CS behind, was building the Rod of Ages, I believe. And that was they never got to the point where it was late game, right? They just died far too quickly, weren't able to hold or handle the pressure onslaught of the University of Manitoba with the split pushing Shen and the team fighting power that they had with the diving comp that they had with Zac and that. So going into the next game, we'll have to see what the adaptations are by the UBC team, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't think that Shen's gonna show up next game. I think that's gonna be a priority ban.
Yeah, I think the Shen would be a really good ban on the side of UBC. I don't think any of the other ones were necessarily ban worthy. I think the team just worked well as a comp. If you ban Tristana, I think there's a number of other carries that could easily fill that place. Same with if you ban Malzahar, it's then you're gonna leave up. Oh, I don't know. Oriana's still available. Azir might be available. Rise might become available if you waste a ban on that sort of thing. So
yeah, it's gonna be tough as to what they have. It is a little bit outclassed, like you said, for the UBC. They are playing up up leagues, and that is tough to fight against. But I guess in the future we'll just have to see if they ban out a lot more or a lot different, maybe. Might be the choice, and not ban out. Maybe they get Draven. Maybe Draven makes it to in the first one, and then we make it different.
Maybe that will be the difference right there. A snowballing Draven really shake up the game. But yeah, so we'll see how that one goes in the next one. I must say that from watching the LCK, I really enjoyed what they called the bounce comp, or the bouncy castle comp, where they were able to throw, I believe it was like a Zac and a Galio and another one. And again, this is back on patch 8.1, but I think it still could be a useful thing for them because they haven't shown they got a chance in the top lane 1v1. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna
sorry, I was about to say they just have to push the vision line a little bit deeper. It was the big issue.
Yeah, so if we're gonna take a 5-minute break here, and then we'll be right back for the second game in this best of 3 of the University of Manitoba Collegiate JV1 team versus the University of British Columbia's team. See you back in 5.